Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome back to the 2009-10 NHL season. I should say, in the context of this season replay, Happy New Year everyone. We are indeed starting 2010 in the replay with block number 23. We are at the HSBC Arena, HSBC Arena in Buffalo, New York, as the Atlanta Thrashers are playing the Buffalo Sabres, and we're playing this one in Inside the Crease Hockey. We are tied at 2 to start the third period. Momentum slightly with Buffalo. Looking at the standings, the Sabres are currently, both teams right now would be in the thick of the playoff picture. The Sabres are currently third place in the Northeast Division, 19 wins, 17 losses, 3 overtime losses, good for 41 points. The Thrashers are looking at a record of 22 wins, 15 losses, and 2 overtime losses, good for 46 points. The Sabres would be the 8th seed, the Thrashers would be the 6th if the playoffs started today. But the playoffs, of course, do not start today, so we are all set to drop the puck for the third period, so let's take it away. Faceoffs right now are +3 to Buffalo. +7 will pull that over to Bogasian for Atlanta, and we're off to start the third period. That'll get passed up to Afinogenov. Forced dumping if the lefty's defense is greater than or equal to 1. Tallender is a force. That'll get dumped in. We'll have a puck battle. Offensive left wing +2 versus defensive right D. The +2 gives it to Kovalchuk for the Thrashers. That'll get passed over to Antropov. Loose puck if the right D's hit is greater than or equal to 3. Myers is a 3, so we've got a loose puck on our hands. That'll be the offensive center +1 versus defensive center because of home team. Roy with it for Buffalo. That'll get passed over to Myers. Takeaway if the lefty's take is greater than or equal to 1. Enstrom is a 3. He will have that for Atlanta. Continuing to tick off time. That'll get passed up to Kovalchuk. Takeaway if the right D's take is greater than or equal to 4. Myers is a 3. Kovalchuk will have that with a 39. That's an assist chance. He's setting up Antropov with a 17. That's going to be a shot 5 on Miller. And an 83 on a shot 5. Miller will make the save. He'll hang on for the face-off. Before we have that face-off to the right of Miller, I do want to talk about a little bit about the upload schedule. The upload schedule is all kinds of bonkers this weekend. Closing the closet door, by the way. So here's what's happening with the content, with the upload schedule. I've actually got the berry surprise pie for Mystical Munchies in the oven right now, because there was a lot of idle time that went into that recipe, so I went about the rest of my day with that, which is why we're doing the block now. The Exquisite Exandria episode of Mystical Munchies will be uploaded probably tomorrow morning after the stream on Pandemic Reign of Cthulhu. And then because I'm at Gen Con, we'll also be doing the Mystical Munchies, the first Mystical Munchies out of the recipes from the world of H.P. Lovecraft, the Yog-Sothoth pots. I'll talk more about that during Pinot with Phoenix on Monday. There might be 1 or 2 more videos after that, but I will be at Gen Con the rest of the week next week, so there will be no videos until we do a wrap show coming back from Gen Con on Friday, on Sunday. Not this coming Sunday, but the following Sunday, so that would be Sunday, August 3rd is when I'm coming back from Gen Con. So we'll do a wrap show after that. Then we'll be back to the normal content schedule with block 25 of the season replay. But we'll talk more about that when we get through tomorrow's block. So, now that rambles out of the way, I'll keep you guys informed on all of that. Let's get to another face-off. +3 to Buffalo. Roy gets kicked out. Face-offs are now +2 to Atlanta. And now face-offs are +3 to Atlanta. +1 is not enough to bring that over, so that'll be an offensive zone win for Enstrom, and we're off. That'll get passed up to Kovalchuk. Forced dumping if the right wing's defense is greater than or equal to 4. Pominville is a 3. 6, that's going to be a shot 3 for Kovalchuk against Miller. 28 on a shot 3, that's a rebound. And defensive right wing, that will be Pominville with it for Buffalo. Just in time for our first round of line changes. Pominville will, of course, make his move with the puck, and then he'll get off the ice. Pominville's got it for Buffalo. He will pass that over to Kennedy, and then he'll get off the ice. Force dumping if the left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 2. Kane is a 3. That'll get dumped in. Puck battle, offensive right wing versus defensive left D +3. Hainsey will have that for Atlanta. Passing up to Peverly. Penalty if the right D's penalty is greater than or equal to 3. Rivet is an 8. 12, that's going to be a shot 1 for Peverly against Miller. 59, that'll be a save. Miller will hold on. We'll get the face-off. That'll get touched up. We'll check the penalty on Rivet. 37 is actually not going to be a penalty. That'll sail out of play instead. And we will have the face-off to the left of Miller. Face-offs are now +2 to Atlanta. A +3 will pull that over to Rivet for Buffalo, and we're off once again. That'll get passed up to Hecht. Loose puck if the left wing's hit is greater than or equal to 4. Kane is a 4. That's going to be a loose puck. And that will be Kane with it for Atlanta after he jars the puck loose. Passing over to Peverly. Loose puck if the center's hit is greater than or equal to 7. Hecht is a 2. 20 for Peverly. That's going to be a giveaway. No break for the left wing. Kennedy will have that for Buffalo. 16:40 to play. That'll get passed over to Greer. Interception of the left wing and lefty's defense is greater than or equal to 9. Kane and Hainsey are a 7. So that'll be a 16 for Greer. That'll be a shot 0 on Pavlik. An 80 on a shot 0. That's going to get dropped off. And that'll be Peverly picking that up for Atlanta. 16:20 to play. Passing over to Kane. Interception of the right wing and right D's defense, greater than or equal to 12. Greer and Rivet are a 7. A 2, that's going to be a shot 5 on Miller. 7 on a shot 5. Rebound chance, and Miller's gone hot. Rebound is offensive right wing versus defensive left D +2. The +2 means it's clear that it's going over to Montador. Just in time for another round of line changes. Montador will, of course, be waiting for the line change to finish, and he'll make his move with the puck before he gets off the ice. All right, Montador with it for Buffalo. That'll get passed up to Stafford. He'll get off the ice. Force dumping if the left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 6. Kozlov is a 2. 23 is going to be a shot 0 on Pavlik. 13, that's a rebound chance. Offensive left D versus defensive right D +1. Butler with the rebound shot on a 14. That's going to be a shot 1. 14 on a shot 1 is another rebound chance. Defensive right D, Popovic with it for Atlanta. That'll get passed up to White. Takeaway if the center's take is greater than or equal to 1. Connolly is a 2. He will take that puck away. 15:20 to play. Passing over to Stafford. Loose puck if the left D's hit is greater than or equal to 8. Schubert's a 7. Which will not pass, but just barely. 20 is going to be a shot 0. 99, that'll get dropped off. And that'll be Schubert tracking that down for Atlanta. Passing up to Kozlov. Loose puck of the right wing's hit is greater than or equal to 5. Stafford's a 3. 6 is going to be a shot 2 against Miller. A 30 on a shot 2 is a rebound. Offensive right wing, Armstrong with the rebound shot at 28. That's a shot 3. 88, and Miller will drop that one off, and that will be Butler picking that up for Buffalo. Taking off time, that'll go up to Stafford. Loose puck if the lefty's hit is greater than or equal to 4. Schubert is a 7. He'll jar that puck loose all day long. And that'll be visiting center. White will pick that up for Atlanta. Passing over to Popovic. Takeaway if the left wing's take is greater than or equal to 7. MacArthur's a 4. 39, that's going to be a pass. And that'll move over to Schubert, and we have another round of line changes. Oop, whoa. Schubert will make his move with the puck and then get off the ice. As the cards go flying on me. Okay. That'll get passed up to Bolton. Takeaway if the right D's take is greater than or equal to 5. Myers is a 3. 18 for Bolton. He's going to make a pass. And that'll move over to Thorburn. 13:40 to play. Passing over to Schubert. Loose puck if the right D's hit is greater than or equal to 2. Myers is a 3. That'll be a loose puck. Visiting right wing back to Thorburn. Ticking off more time. That'll pass over to Bolton. Loose puck if the right D's hit is greater than or equal to 7. Myers is a 3. 13, that's going to be a giveaway. Left wing break greater than or equal to 1. Ellis is a 1. He's in alone. He's got a shot 5 on, he's got an automatic shot 5 on Pavlik. A 2 on a shot 5, and score! Matt Ellis takes the puck away and gives the Sabres, just like that, a 3-2 lead here in the third period. Arena cheers. Yay! And we'll get some assists out of that. Left wing scored, and Myers. So Myers found Ellis with a pass. Ellis took it all the way home, getting behind the defense, and the Sabres now hold a 3-2 lead. As we'll bring the teams back to center ice for the face-off. Hopefully you guys are enjoying a little Saturday night hockey here on the channel. Face-offs are plus 2 to Buffalo. +5 will pull that over to Schubert for Atlanta, and we're off once again. That'll get passed up to Riesener. Takeaway if the center's take is greater than or equal to 3. Gaustad is a 2. 38, that's an assist chance for Riesener. Setting up Thorburn with a 28. That'll be a shot 1 on Miller. A 38 is a rebound chance. Offensive right wing, Thorburns got that with a 37. He's going to have another shot 0. 97, and that'll get dropped off. And that will be Tallender picking that up for Buffalo. Ticking off more time. Passed up to Kaleta. Interception if the center and right wing's defense is greater than or equal to 6. They're a 5. A 2 is a shot 5 for Kaleta. A 10 on a shot 5, and score! Patrick Kaleta making Pavlik go cold, but more importantly, he gives the Sabres a 4-2 lead. Arena cheers. Yay! We'll get a couple of assists. Kaleta scored, and never mind, that's an unassisted goal. Sabres now with a 4-2 lead here in the third. As we'll bring the faceoff back to center ice, +2 to Buffalo on the faceoff. A +6 will pull that over to Thorburn for the Thrashers. They need to get something going here. That'll get passed over to Bolton. Takeaway if the left wing's take is greater than or equal to 2. Ellis is a 3. So he will take that puck away to lead us into another line change. Okay. Now that we've got that sorted out, that's going over to Roy. Takeaway if the right D's take is greater than or equal to 3. Kubina is a 3. He will take that away. Passing up to Antropov. Interception if the left D and right D's defense greater than or equal to 11. They're an 8. 23, that's going to be a pass. And that'll move down to Enstrom. 11:20 to play here in the third. Passing over to Kubina. Forced dumping if the left wing's defense greater than or equal to 7. Vanek is a 2. 36 is an assist chance. That'll be Kovalchuk he's setting up with a 13. That's a shot 5 for Kovalchuk. And a 64 on a shot 5. Save made. Miller will hold on, get the face-off. As we'll take that face-off to the left of Miller. Face-offs are +3 to Buffalo. That'll come over to Rivet, and we're off and running. That'll get passed up to Roy. Interception of the left D and right D's defense greater than or equal to 7. They're a 9. They'll force a bad pass. Actually, Enstrom will just pick that right off. 10:40 to play. That'll get passed up to Afinogenov. Interception of the center and right wing's defense greater than or equal to 5. Roy and Pominville are a 6. That will be Roy making that interception. Passing over to Pominville. Forced dumping of the left D's defense greater than or equal to 4. Enstrom is a 4. That puck will get dumped in. And on the dump-in, we'll have a puck battle. Offensive right wing +3 versus defensive left D. The +3 will pull that over to Pominville. Just in time for another set of line changes. As the Sabres look to be very much in control of this one so far here at the halfway point of the third period. Pominville with it. He'll pass that over to Lidman, get off the ice. Loose puck if the left wing's hit is greater than or equal to 5. Kane is a 4. And 11 for Lidman. That's going to be a giveaway. Left wing break greater than or equal to 6. Kane is not, but he will have control of that puck for Atlanta. 9:40 to play. That'll go over to Hainsey. Takeaway if the left wing's take is greater than or equal to 6. Kennedy is a 3. A 1 is going to be a shot 3 for Hainsey. A 1 on a shot 3 and score! Ron Hainsey getting the Thrashers back into this one once I find the remote, as the Sabres now have a 4-3 lead. Arena groans. Ugh. We'll get some assists. First up is the third highest. Let's see. 6, 5. That'll be from Kane. And Popovic. And as the teams move back to center ice, I will mention that tomorrow's block 24, which will be the last, which as a reminder, will be the last block until after I come back from Gen Con, will be taking us over to Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, Tennessee, and Stratomatic Hockey. It will be January 5th, 2010, as the Calgary Flames will be playing the Nashville Predators. Somehow this is our first look at Calgary on the board, so we'll see what they were like in 2009-10. Now we'll bring the teams back to center ice for a face-off that is +2 to Atlanta. That'll get pulled right back over to Hainsey, and we're off once again. That'll get passed up to Peverly. Interception at the lefty and right D's defense, greater than or equal to 6. They're an 8. That'll be Lidman making that interception. 9 minutes to play here in the third. Passing up to Hecht. Loose puck if the center's hit is greater than or equal to 5. Peverly's a 1. 36. Hecht will make a pass, and that'll move back to Lidman. 8:40 to play. That'll be Kennedy. Penalty if any defender's penalty greater than or equal to 16. Popovic is a 22 on the minor, so a 19. That'll be a pass. That'll get touched up. And we'll check the penalty. 11. Popovic is going off for 2 minutes for slashing. So Buffalo with a chance to restore their margin of lead. Buffalo with a golden opportunity. Let's see if they take advantage. Face-offs are +2 to Buffalo. That'll be pulled over to Hecht, and we're off on the Sabres power play here in the third. That'll get passed over to Greer. Loose puck if the left wing's hit is greater than or equal to 6. Kane is a 4. 23 on the power play. That's going to be a pass. They'll move that over to Lidman. Just in time for another set of line changes. Lidman waiting to get off the ice for Buffalo. There we are. Passed over to Tallender. Interception of the center and left wing's defense greater than or equal to 9. Kozlov is a 2 and there's no center. 40, that's an assist chance. Setting up Stafford with a 16. That will be a shot 3 on Pavlik. A 78 on a shot 3. Save made. Pavlik will hold on for the face-off. Buffalo trying to extend this lead back out to 2. Face-offs are +4 to Buffalo. That'll be MacArthur for the Sabres, and we're off once again. That'll get passed over to Myers. Forced dumping at the left wing's defense, greater than or equal to 8. Kozlov is a 2. 24 on the power play. That's going to be a pass for Myers, as he'll move that up to MacArthur. 7:20 to play. Passing over to Connolly. Forced dumping at the center's defense is greater than or equal to 7. No center. 33 is an assist chance for Connolly. He's setting up Tallender with a 10. That'll be a shot 2 on Pavlik. 49 on a shot 2, and Pavlik makes the save. He'll hold on for the face-off. And we'll bring the other deck in, since we're not alarmed yet, but it's not alarmingly low yet, but we'll make sure we get ahead of it. We'll take that face-off back to the left of Pavlik. Faceoffs remain +4 to Buffalo. But a +7 will pull that over to Enstrom, and we're off once again. That'll get passed up. Actually, Enstrom will hold on to that himself. Loose puck if the right D's hit is greater than or equal to 1. Myers is a 3. He'll jar that puck loose. And we'll have a puck battle for the offensive right wing versus defensive left D +4. Even without the +4, Tallender will have that, but that will be the end of the power play for Buffalo. That'll get passed up to Stafford. Interception of the center and right wing's defense greater than or equal to 8. White and Armstrong are a 6. A 10 for Stafford is a shot 2 on Pavlik. 48. And Pavlik will make the save. He'll hold on, get the face-off. 6:40 to play in the third. Very much anybody's game here. Face-offs are now even. And that'll be Connolly for Buffalo, and we're off once again. Passing over to Myers. Takeaway if the lefties take is greater than or equal to 6. Enstrom is a 3. 20, that's going to be a pass. That'll move up to Connolly. 6 minutes to play, and we've got line changes. Thrashers trying to get the equalizer here. Sabres would love to get this win and make up some ground on Ottawa in the division. That'll get passed over to Montador. Forced dumping if the right D's defense is greater than or equal to 2. Popovic is a 3. That'll get dumped in. And that'll be a puck battle. Offensive center versus defensive center +6. Reasoner will have that for Atlanta. 5:40 to play. Passing over to Popovic. Interception of the center and left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 5. It is a 5. That will be Montador making that interception. 5:20 to play. Passing up to Kaleda. Interception of the center and lefty's defense is greater than or equal to 8. They're a 7. 34, that's going to be a pass for Kaleda. That'll move over to Connolly. 5 minutes to play in the third. Passing over to Ellis. Interception of the lefty and righty's defense greater than or equal to 5. They're a 7. And that will be Hainsey making that interception. 4:40 to play here in the third. Passed up to Bolton. Interception of the right wing and right D's defense is greater than or equal to 9. They're a 6. 31 is going to be a pass, as that'll move back to Hainsey. 4:20 to play here in the third. Passing up to Reasoner. Penalty if the center's penalty is greater than or equal to 7. Connolly is a 2. A 20 is going to be a pass by Reasoner, as that'll move back to Hainsey. 4 minutes to play, and we've got line changes. Thrashers trying to find an outlet out of their own zone. Sabres keeping the pressure on. Trying to protect a 1-goal lead. Hainsey waits for the teams to finish their line changes. That'll get passed up to a Finneganov. Hainsey will get off the ice. Penalty if the lefty's penalty greater than or equal to 4. Butler's a 2. 26, that'll be a pass. And that'll move back to Schubert. 3:40 to play here in the third. Passing back up to a Finneganov. Forced dumping if the left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 5. Vanek is a 2. 28 on 28 is going to be a pass, as that'll move back to Schubert. They're playing hot potato with the puck. 3:20 to play. That'll get passed right back to a Finneganov. Loose puck of the lefty's hit is greater than or equal to 7. He's a 4. 24 is going to be a giveaway. So if the center's break is greater than or equal to 5, Gaustad's a 3. He will not have a breakaway, but he will have control of that for Buffalo. 3 minutes to play, moving over to Vanek. Forced dumping if the right wing's defense is greater than or equal to 3. A Finneganov is a 2. And 11 is going to be a shot 2 on Pavlik. 55 on a shot 2. Pavlik will make the save. He will hold on, get the face-off. The Thrashers can't afford to make any mistakes here. Face-offs are +3 to Buffalo. That'll be Vanek, as that face-off coming to the right of Pavlik, and we're off. That'll get passed over to Gaustad. Takeaway if the center's take is greater than or equal to 8. Antropov is a 2. 36 is going to be a pass. That'll move over to Butler, as the Sabres are looking to chew up clock. That'll get passed up to Vanek. Interception of the right wing and right D's defense is greater than or equal to 5. Right wing and right D. They're a 6, so that'll get intercepted. And that'll be Bogosian making that interception. 2 minutes to play in the third period. 2 minutes. Pavlik now looking to the bench, wondering when he's going to get yanked for the extra attacker. Bogosian with it for Atlanta. That'll get passed up to Peverly. Forced dumping if the lefty's defense is greater than or equal to 2. Tallender is a 4. That'll get dumped in. Defensive lefty Tallender will chase the puck down. 1:40 to play here in the third. Passing over to Myers. Penalty if the center's penalty is greater than or equal to 6. Peverly's a 2. 29 is going to be a pass. That'll move over to Roy. Pavlik still having to stay in the net. 1:20 to play. That'll get passed over to Tallender. Forced dumping if the right wing's defense is greater than or equal to 8. Little's a 2. 31 is going to be a pass. That'll be Kennedy with it. 1 minute left in the third period. 1 minute. Passed over to Myers. Takeaway if the center's take is greater than or equal to 5. Peverly's a 3. 17 is going to be another pass, as that'll be up to Roy. 40 seconds to play here in the third. Passing over to Kennedy. Interception if the right wing and right D's defense is greater than or equal to 8. They're a 7. A 5 is going to be a shot 2 on Pavlik. 24 on a shot 2. That's a rebound chance. Offensive left wing versus defensive right D. That'll be Kubina. 20 seconds left, and we will finally get the extra attacker out for Atlanta as they get control of the puck. That'll go up to Little. Penalty if the center's penalty is greater than or equal to 2. It is a 2. A 9 is going to be a shot 3 on Miller. 41 on a shot 3. That's a rebound chance. Offensive right wing versus defensive left D +1. That'll get pulled over to Tallender. We'll have a possible penalty. We'll check that. 24, no penalty, but I don't think it's going to matter in the grand scheme of things. Face-offs now are +1 to Buffalo. That will be a +2 over to Enstrom, and we're off and running just in time for... That's the horn to end the game. The Buffalo Sabres hold on, and they get this win 4-3 here at home. Arena cheers. Yay! Fans here at home are going home happy in this one. So I will do my ticker update real quick for that one, just so I don't forget. Then I'll do cleanup as usual, and we will ask our friends at Final Score Hockey by Downey Games how the rest of the NHL fared in this block. As I mentioned here, the upload schedule is more than a little screwed up, just because of the way today's Mystical Munchies fell. So if you're looking for the Berry Surprise Pie, it won't be up by the time this video goes live. That will be coming tomorrow morning. And actually, you're going to be getting a double upload of Mystical Munchies as well tomorrow, because we're going to be doing the first recipe out of the recipes from the world of H.P. Lovecraft tomorrow, since that is going to be the August cookbook. But again, I'll be at Gen Con next week, so the normal date that recipe would drop, I will be out of. Actually, I'll be 2 states away. Also, if you have any AMA questions that you want to ask me, make sure you get them in before Pino with Phoenix on Monday night. As the cutoff for AMA questions will be tomorrow night. Will be tomorrow's block of this 2009-10 hockey season replay. Right. Okay. Just getting everything ready here. Okay, let's bring the remote in so I can score shootouts if I need to. And now we're all set to see how the rest of the NHL fared here to start the new year. Once I scroll back down to where I was at. Here we are. So we're in Block 23, only one other game on New Year's Day 2010. That will be Philadelphia in Boston. Flyers, I-36 is 3. Boston, J-16, that is 2. That is a pressure situation for Boston. The Bruins are in E under pressure. And E12 will do absolutely bubkiss for the Bruins. The Flyers will get that win 3-2. On to January 2nd. Avalanche at the Blue Jackets. Colorado, K16, that is 2. Columbus, H55, that is 4. Columbus will take that win 4-2. Toronto at Calgary. We will see the Flames on the board for the first time tomorrow. Maple Leafs, G43, that is 3. Flames, D21, that is 1. Maple Leafs will take that win 3-1. Canucks and the Stars are both L's. Vancouver rolls a 13, that is 1. Dallas rolls a 63, that is 5. Dallas will wallop Vancouver 5-1. Capitals and the Kings are both L's as well. Capitals roll a 22, that is 2. Kings roll a 23, that is also 2. Pressure situations all around. Capitals are an A, Kings are a C. An A32 won't let Washington score, but a C66 might unless Washington can stop them here. And a 46 won't get it done. The Kings will score with their net empty late, and they will take that one 3-2. Devils and the Wild. Let the dice settle. Devils, G52, that is 3. Wild, K44, that is also 3. Pressure situations all around. Devils are a C, Wild are an E. An 11 for the Devils won't do anything, but an E63 might for the Wild. Can the Devils stop them? No, the Wild will score. They will get that win 4-3. Late in the third. Ducks and the Predators, we will be in Nashville tomorrow. Anaheim, G16 is 1. Predators, H33, that is 2. And that is a pressure situation for the Ducks. They are an E under pressure. But a 21 won't do anything for Anaheim. Nashville will take a 2-1 victory. Thrashers at the Islanders. Thrashers, H33, that is 2. Islanders, G43, that is 3. That's a pressure situation for the Thrashers. Atlanta's an E under pressure. But an 11 will do nothing for the Thrashers. The Islanders will take that 3-1. Or 3-2. Hurricanes at the Rangers. Carolina, H61, that is 4. Rangers, G44, that is 3. That's a pressure situation for the Rangers. They're an E under pressure. An E56 won't get it done for New York. Carolina will take that win 4-3. Detroit and Phoenix. Red Wings, F62, that is 4. Coyotes, J54, that is also 4. Pressure situations all around. Red Wings are a C. Coyotes are a B. C32 won't do anything. Neither will a B21, which means we've got overtime. Phoenix with a chance to win first. A J41 won't get it done. Neither will an F21, which means we've got a shootout. Both teams are D's in the shootout. So, round 1. Red Wings will score, Coyotes will not. Round 2. Red Wings will not score. Nope. Round 3. If Detroit scores or Phoenix doesn't, this one's over. Both teams will score, but unfortunately Detroit will get the goal that lets them win this one 5-4 in the shootout. Oilers and the Sharks. Edmonton, E44, that is 2. San Jose, I42, that is 3. Pressure situation for Edmonton. The Oilers are an E under pressure. An E31 won't do it for Edmonton, though. San Jose will take a 3-2 victory out of that one. Blackhawks and the Blues. Blackhawks, L16 is 2. St. Louis, J46, that is 3. Pressure situation for Chicago. Chicago is a B under pressure. A B13 won't do anything for Chicago, though. St. Louis will take a 3-2 victory. Pittsburgh and Tampa Bay. Penguins did not adapt to winter this time. J12 is 1. Tampa Bay, H62, that is 4. And the Penguins forgot to bring their sunscreen, as Tampa Bay will beat them 4-1. January 3rd, Anaheim in Chicago. Ducks don't do well with snow. Who knew? Anaheim, G22 is 2. Blackhawks, L56, that is 4. And the Blackhawks will double up the Ducks. Penguins and the Panthers. Penguins brought their sunscreen this time. That's an L64, that is 6. Florida with a G12, that is 1. And Pittsburgh avoids the sunburn this time with a 6-1 victory. Sabres and the Canadiens. Buffalo, I-55, that is 4. Montreal, J44, that is 3. That's a pressure situation for Montreal. Montreal is an E under pressure. But a 32 won't do anything for Montreal. Buffalo will get a 4-3 victory out of that. Flyers and the Senators. Flyers, H31, that is 2. Senators, J15 is a big game. Uh-oh. Got a big game for Ottawa. 51 plus 4 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're rolling on column N now. With a 35, that is 3, which means we've got a pressure situation for Philadelphia. The Flyers are a D under pressure. A D24 won't do anything for Philadelphia. Ottawa will get a 3-2 victory. January 4th, Bruins at the Rangers. Boston, G12 is 1. Rangers, K64 is a lot more than 1, that is 6. And the Rangers will beat up on the Bruins. Kings and the Sharks. Kings, G61 is 4. Sharks, N55, that is 5. That is a pressure situation for the Kings. The Kings are a C under pressure. But an 11 will do nothing for LA. San Jose will hold on for a 5-4 victory. That is your final score hockey by Downey Games. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow night, we'll be at Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, Tennessee for Stratomatic Hockey, as the Calgary Flames will make their board debut against the Nashville Predators. Before that, tomorrow morning will feature the start of the 2025 Summer of Lovecraft, as we will be playing Pandemic, Reign of Cthulhu, to determine this year's opponent. We will also have 2 Mystical Munchies episodes tomorrow, as out of the Exquisite Exandria cookbook, we will have the dessert, Berry Surprise Pie, which is still cooking in the oven, which is still baking in the oven. We will also have the appetizer out of the recipes from the world of H.P. Lovecraft, as we make the appetizer, Yog-Sothoth Pots. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone. The Buffalo Sabres hold on at home to get a 4-3 win over the Atlanta Thrashers. Once again, take care, and I will see you guys tomorrow.